Hey everybody, welcome. So I'm going to be unboxing and showing off this Fanxlang gaming sort of SSD, magnetic SSD or P SSD drive. And supposedly it should just flip out like that. So pretty basic. Phone comes out like that. It's got some heft to it. Very interesting. Hopefully there's not too much background sound. So that's the device itself. It's got a very kind of rubbery back to it, and even the magnetic area pieces right here are also rubber. So that's pretty nice. And let's test it on my S25 and see how it connects. Okay. Okay. It's pretty okay. There's a bit of a lip here because of this case design. Has this little lip. So there's actually no magnets on this little lip area right here. So the magnets start about right here. Let me show you. Right about here. And right about here. So it has a little bit of a difficult. Actually, I think the magnets probably go about right here. So it has a little bit of difficult on that, but it seems to hold up right there pretty okay. Okay. So if I really kind of slam it down, it'll fall off. So, light bar right here. This is supposed to be a touch button for turning off the light bar. You, from what I read on one of the comments, you hold it down and then it'll turn off the light bar. So let me put this down and get the other cool goodies that are inside the box. So inside the box, you get a carrying cloth, which is nice. 2 different cables, one for USB-A, which is 10 gigabits. And then you get a USB-C to C. This is 20 gigabits. You get 2 optional magnetic steel discs, which I actually wanted to try something real quick on my phone. I wanted to see if this magnetic disc sits in this pocket zone area. Somewhat. So it does it actually clip. It actually clips in, but there is an issue with that, because I think so. That won't allow it to go down because of a snap piece there. So cool, interesting little things there. So I'm going to be using that later in the future because I'm gonna get a probably non-magnetic battery that I'm gonna need to use these discs to put on top of it, because what I'm gonna be doing is something very cool. But there's nothing else in the thing besides a bunch of paper crap. Open this for USB-C. Okay. Let's just go through the middle. So, pretty small size, which is reasonable. But for my tactic, I'm not going to want to go with this entire cable system, because as you can see with the cable to cable, yeah, I don't want a cable like that. But for now, let's see how well the system is. So turn on my phone and plug in the device. There we go. Okay, that lights up. Drive is detected. Storage added. Open. System volume. InterX volume. WPS settings. What the frick is that? Index volume. So this is gonna get format. Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit of looking before I do the format, but shut this down. Da da da. Reactivate. Oh. Well, I guess you just click it 4 times. Interesting. So, let me unlock my phone. I gotta unmount it. There we go, it's unmounted. Now disable. So the thing I wanted to mention of what I'm going to be doing special with this phone is I'm actually going to be utilizing a small and ultra compact system build to it. And let me see if I can find my hub. There we go. So my hub right here I want to put my hub, this thing. Let me see if I can take this pin off first. It's going to basically sit like that. So, like this. Right there, right on top of it, like that, smack dab on top. Then I'm going to have technically this, probably a bit longer, come up, USB to A, C port, connect like that, and then data port for this, come down, go into here, and then the power port is going to be for the battery that I want to attach. and that will be to power this, send power through everything else, power the phone, give more life to it. So basically I'll just use like double-sided tape and just like that, and then try and do as little cable need as possible to basically just throw adapter. Basically I'll just kind of throw an adapter like that upwards. So USB-A to USB-C, and then C to extension like that. Plug that into the 10 gigabits port there. This is 20 gigabits output, but I'm going to reduce that. And that's going to allow it to have less heat tolerance, less heat generating, because it's going to utilize less power performance of 20 gigabits. And then I'm going to probably make it so this goes down to my phone and into the port there. And then for the battery, this is going to be snapped on top of the battery using the optional rings, whatnot, and that will allow the battery to have dual sides to it. So I'll have magnetic to the phone and magnetic to the battery itself, and then plug this magnetically to the battery, and then just basically have it full magnetic wise. So then when I want to take this off with the battery and everything, I just take it entirely off in one go like this, and then just boop, slide it off. So connect, and then I just slide it off, boom, like that. That's it. So I'll have SSD. I'll have a micro USB hub that gives me HDMI out, which is 4K at 60 Hz, which is great. I'll have battery input, as you can see here. I'll have high data flow right there. And I'll have performance battery ability to keep my phone running, and even this running with no problem. Even though this does run on on-to-go power, OTG, it still means that I can run off straight off the phone. As you just saw, it runs off the phone normally. So it doesn't need external power, but it will get external power when it's plugged into the battery, because this will basically be powered up, sending power to the phone from the host ports, and sending power through the USB port right here. So this will be powered also, so it will reduce power taken from the phone itself, and also give power more to the phone and keep the phone fully topped off. So I basically use no power from the phone until the external battery is dead. Then it automatically switches to internal battery, and it still keeps both of these fully functional, fully max and powered. Now I just need to do a little bit of research on how to connect this to my phone port down here, and find a small enough adapter that I can run C to C and then A to C, and make sure it's, has a decent amount of leverage there. Hopefully I don't need to raise anything, but yeah. And so I'll be able to just basically, like I said, just swipe it off, detach, and swipe it back on. All magnetically. I won't have to do anything crazy. And it will be connected and fully functionalized in holding place from both ends, which is cool. So not only would the battery, this, and the battery be holding on from such and such, but it'll also stabilize the connection ports from top to bottom. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out.